Ever been intrigued by a mysterious profile on a dating app? Wondered if it's too good to be true? Welcome to another episode of Online Dating Today,
where we navigate the murky waters of online dating scams. Today, we're going to talk about how to spot and avoid such situations.
Are you ready to arm yourself with knowledge? Let's dive right in. Identifying online dating scams. Spotting an online dating scam may not be as easy as it sounds, given the evolving strategies and manipulation techniques employed by scammers. However, understanding the red flags can equip you to navigate through the dating scene more safely. This discussion isn't intended to frighten or dissuade you from the exciting world of online dating. Instead, it's about empowering you to protect yourself better. An overly attractive profile is usually the first telltale sign of a scam. Indeed, there are many good-looking individuals online, but if the profile seems to belong to a professional model straight off a fashion magazine cover, be cautious. Similarly, poorly constructed profiles or those with little information may also indicate a scammer who hasn't put much effort into building a believable identity. Next, we delve into the behavioral patterns of scammers. Scammers are notorious for pushing boundaries and moving relationships at warp speed. If someone you've barely known professes love or strong feelings, it should raise your suspicion. It's essential to remember that genuine emotional connections require time and cannot be rushed or forced. So if you feel rushed or if the situation feels too intense for a budding online relationship, it's best to step back and reassess. In the scammer's artful world, they're experts in creating a sense of urgency. They'll spin elaborate, heart-rending tales of distress or impending disaster, which could be anything from a medical emergency to a robbery. They appear as victims in desperate need of your immediate financial help. As painful or genuine as these stories may sound, remember that these are designed to exploit your compassion and generosity. It's crucial never to send money, regardless of how compelling their story is. Language is another tool scammers exploit to lure unsuspecting individuals. They may use overly romantic or passionate language, coming on strong with poems or statements about destiny or fate. Their messages may be full of spelling and grammatical errors, and they may use a formal or outdated style of writing. Then there's the avoidance game. If someone consistently sidesteps questions about their personal life, resists giving you specific details, or always has an excuse not to video chat, this could be a sign of a scam. Real people will be open to sharing their lives, while scammers will try to maintain their fabricated story. Scammers also try to isolate their victims, insisting on moving off the dating platform to communicate via private email or messaging apps. This isolation makes it harder for others to intervene and warn the potential victim, and it allows the scammer to evade detection by the dating platform. Lastly, geography can also be an indicator. If your match claims to be living or traveling abroad and cannot meet in person, tread carefully. Scammers often use distance as an excuse to avoid face-to-face meetings. Now, it's important to note that not every profile that shows one or two of these signs is a scam. Some people are just naturally reserved or awkward online. The key is to look for patterns and clusters of warning signs, and always listen to your gut feeling. It's there to protect you. Common types of online dating scams. As we navigate through the complex labyrinth of online dating, we must acquaint ourselves with common scams that may pose serious threats. From catfishing to romance scams to advanced fee fraud, it's crucial to understand these schemes to protect ourselves. First up is catfishing. In this scam, con artists cunningly impersonate real people by stealing their identities and creating fake profiles. They pull out every trick in the book to make their alter ego as attractive as possible. The fictitious character they create usually sports a stunning profile picture and an appealing bio. They interact as the stolen identity, developing relationships, and sometimes even convincing their victims to meet in person, only to stand them up. Catfishing can lead to heartbreak and, in extreme cases, financial losses. Next, we have romance scams. A more direct form of exploitation, romance scams primarily target your wallet through your heart. In these cases, scammers invest time and energy in building a seemingly loving online relationship with their victim. They gain your trust, often expressing strong emotions and talking about a future together. Once they've got you emotionally invested, they exploit this trust. Scammers will weave a believable sob story about a sudden personal crisis, a medical emergency, or a financial hardship. They'll make you believe they're in dire straits and need urgent financial assistance. Sadly, victims often end up losing significant amounts of money in these scams. Fraud is another common scam. In this scenario, the scammer usually presents themselves as an individual of significant importance, a wealthy businessman, a top executive, or even a royal. They'll spin a tale about how they're unable to access their money due to complicated circumstances, such as a corrupt government, a complicated legal situation, or a frozen bank account. They then ask you to provide financial aid or pay a fee to help them retrieve their inaccessible funds. This is a classic "I'll help you, then you help me" scheme where the scammer promises to repay you with hefty interest once their money is unlocked. Unfortunately, the repayment never comes. Understanding these common types of scams can help you be more vigilant as you venture into the world of online dating. However, scams can come in many forms, and scammers continuously evolve their techniques. Therefore, it's essential to stay updated and alert, never let your guard down, and always trust your instincts. How to protect yourself from online dating scams. Armed with knowledge about common online dating scams, the next crucial step is ensuring you're well protected from these threats. Here are key strategies to fortify your defenses. One of the most effective ways to guard yourself is by keeping your interactions confined to the dating platform. This might seem limiting, but there's a method to the madness. Scammers often attempt to shift the conversation to private email or messaging services. This move is strategic, designed to evade the platform's security measures and moderation. Resisting this maneuver keeps you within a safeguarded environment, where there's oversight and a level of control. Secondly, adopt a solid personal policy of never sharing personal or financial information with someone you've met online. This rule covers everything from your address to your bank details. You wouldn't give these to a stranger on the street, so why should an internet acquaintance be any different? Protect your sensitive information with utmost diligence. It's one of your strongest defenses against online scams. Finally, remember that you're part of a community on these dating platforms. If you spot any suspicious activities or encounter a potential scammer, don't hesitate to report it to the platform administrators. They can investigate and take the necessary actions to protect not just you, but other unsuspecting users. You could prevent someone else from falling prey to a scam by making a timely report. Keeping these precautions in mind can significantly increase your chances of having a safe and enjoyable online dating experience. Remember, vigilance and caution are your best allies in this virtual dating landscape. How to report an online dating scam. If you think you've been targeted by a scam, don't be embarrassed or think you're at fault. These scams are sophisticated and can happen to anyone. You can report an online dating scam to your local law enforcement agency, the online dating platform, and your bank if you've provided any financial details. Most importantly, you need to cease all contact with the scammer. Conclusion. That's it for today's episode on spotting and avoiding online dating scams. It's crucial to remember that while there are risks, the world of online dating is also filled with potential for genuine connections. It's all about staying vigilant and taking smart precautions. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So, what's your biggest takeaway from today's episode? Do let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Online Dating Today for more insightful tips and tricks. Until next time, stay safe and happy dating!